Hello all, this video will be all about the most important exam oriented terms of plant breeding. So let's start with Dicliny. Dicliny refers to unisexual flowers, which means flowers will be either staminate or pistillate. So what is staminate or pistillate flowers? So usually flowers will have male part called as androecium and the female part called as gynoecium. So the male part called as androecium will have stamens which includes filament and anther, and the female part which is called as gynoecium will have ovary, style and stigma. So the flowers which have only male part are called as staminate, and the flowers which have only female part are called as pistillate. In some cases of plants, both this male and female parts will be present in the single flower itself, whereas in some other cases, male or staminate flowers will be separate and the female or pistillate flowers will be separate. In Dicliny condition, the male and the female flowers will be separate. And this Dicliny is of two types, which is Monoecious and Dioecious. So monoecious is the condition in which male and female flowers occur on the same plant. Here male and female flowers will be on the same plant but in different places. So monoecious condition is seen in maize, castor, coconut, etc. So in maize, male and female flowers will be in different places on separate inflorescence, whereas in castor and coconut, male and female flowers will be in separate places but in the same inflorescence. And next is dioecious. So here male and female flowers occurs on different plants, which means staminate flowers is on one plant and the pistillate flowers on this another plant. So this dioecious is seen in papaya, date plum, etc. And next, dichogamy. So dichogamy is the condition where anther and stigma of a flower matures at different times, which means the male and the female part of a flower matures at different times, and this is of two types, which is Protoandry and Protogyny. When anther matures first before pistil, which means when male part matures first before the female part, then it is Protoandry. So Protoandry is seen in maize, sugar beet, etc. And when pistil matures first before anther, which means female part matures first before male part, then it is Protogyny. So Protogyny is seen in pearl millet. And next is Heterostyly. So Heterostyly is the condition where the style and the filaments of a flower are of different lengths. Here style comes under the female reproductive part of a flower and filament comes under the male reproductive part of the flower. So heterostyly is seen in brinjal. And next let's see about Herkogamy. So Herkogamy is a condition where self-pollination becomes difficult due to some physical barriers. So Herkogamy is seen in leucine, where in leucine hyaline membrane is present around the anther, which prevents the self-pollination. And next, self-incompatibility. So the inability of a fertile pollen to fertilize the same flower is called as self-incompatibility. So this self-incompatibility is seen in radish. And next, male sterility. In this condition, the pollen grains will be non-functional and hence the sterility occurs. So all this Dicliny, Dichogamy, Heterostyly, Herkogamy, self-incompatibility and male sterility prevents self-pollination and promotes cross-pollination. So now let's see about the mechanisms promoting self-pollination. So first, bisexuality. So it is the condition where male and female organs are present in the same flower. So this bisexual flowers are also called as hermaphrodite flowers. And next, homogamy. Homogamy is the condition where anther and stigma of the flower matures at the same time, which means both male and female reproductive part of the flower matures at the same time. And next is Cleistogamy. So in Cleistogamy, pollination and fertilization occurs in an unopened flower bud, which means flowers do not open at all and fertilization takes place. And this Cleistogamy is seen in some varieties of wheat, barley, etc. And next, coming to Chasmogamy. So in this, flowers open after pollination is completed. So Chasmogamy is seen in rice, green gram, etc. So all this which has been told now, which includes bisexuality, homogamy, Cleistogamy, Chasmogamy, all promotes self-pollination. And that's all for today. Thank you.